Mia Thermopolis is a modest 15-year-old young lady who lives with her painter mother in a revamped San Francisco firehouse. She is socially cognizant and has a hard time making companions. Subsequently, she is an exceptionally famous at school and is frequently harassed by a team promoter, Lana Thomas. Mia is closest companions with a young lady named Lily Moskowitz who has comparable character attributes to her. Mia has eyes for one of the famous folks joke around Bryant, who is likewise Lana's sweetheart. She sees them kissing and envisions herself in Lana's place that day. Mia conflicts with Joke in a discussion contest. A sure Joke makes everybody cheer with his intense conclusions, yet when it is Mia's turn she falters, making the whole class snicker at her. Embarrassed, she takes off as everybody ridicules her. After school, her mom says that her grandma on her dad's side has come to San Francisco from Genovia and wishes to meet her. Mia is confounded concerning why she needs to meet out of nowhere when she has never tried to reach them till now. The following day after school, she goes to the location and winds up before a enormous house. She is invited by a steward who leads her to her grandma Clarice Rinaldi. Mia is then educated that her grandma is really the sovereign of Genovia, a little European realm. She needed to see Mia because to illuminate her that her dad was crown ruler of Genovia, and because of his new passing she is presently the following in line to the Genovian privileged position. At first Mia imagines that the elderly person is kidding, yet she before long puts two and two together and is past stunned to find out that she is a princess who is presently liable for a whole realm. The sovereign says that she should move to Genovia and become a completely unexpected individual in comparison to she is currently overpowered by all the data. Mia won't be a princess and takes off. At the point when she gets back, she is distraught at her mother for concealing the way that they are royals. It just so happens, after Mia's folks separated from, they consented to allow her to live with her mom so she could have a typical youth. They had wanted to tell her when she turned 18, however now that her dad is dead she needs to take on the obligation. The following day her mom and the sovereign discussion about the matter. The sovereign needs to present her as the princess to the world, yet before that she needs to prepare her on the proper behavior like a princess. Mia is stringently against the thought, yet her mother convinces her to go to the princess classes and choose if she has any desire to be a regal after that. Till the ball, Mia should keep this confidential. The sovereign then sends Mia off with a head of safety Joe who has been selected to deal with her and guarantee her security until she is pronounced a princess to the world. Mia is likewise gifted a limo for her everyday excursion to the school. She gets Lily on the way, who is hypnotized by the vehicle. After school, Mia goes to a vehicle fix shop and figures out that her old vehicle costs $400 to fix. Lily's sibling Michael, who works in the shop, has had eyes for Mia for a long time, yet she barely recognizes him. Following that, Mia goes to the house for her most memorable princess example. The sovereign studies her looks and tells her associate all that requirements to be changed. She likewise educates Mia about great stance, furthermore, cleanliness that a princess ought to have. Following that day, Mia finds out pretty much all the illustrious manners from moving to eating to individual show. Consistently after school she goes to the manor for the examples along these lines. She and Lily barely get to invest energy together. Since Mia is Lily's just companion, she gets desolate for the following several days. One day the sovereign welcomes an Italian beautician Paolo to do a makeover on Mia. He praises Mia on her regular excellence, in spite of the fact that his demeanor says something else. Paolo and his collaborators pluck her eyebrows, fix her hair and give her facials and nail treatments to make look substantially more respectable. He too breaks her glasses and makes her wear focal points, all things considered. Toward the finish of it, Mia looks like a totally unique individual. The sovereign is intrigued by her granddaughter's new look, however. She rigorously tells Paolo and his colleagues to stay quiet about the makeover. The following day, Mia and Joe go to get Lily for school. Michael sees her new look and is hypnotized by her excellence. Lily anyway is exceptionally upset about the makeover since she thinks her companion is transforming into one of the mean young ladies at school. She makes Mia wear a repulsive cap to stow away her new hair. The two get into a gigantic contention, since she thinks Mia will discard her before long. Not having the option to deal with her companions' aloofness, Mia comes clean with Lily. To say the least, Lily is amazed. In any case, she consents to stay quiet about it when Mia makes sense of that it is for her well-being. At the point when in class Lana menaces Mia to take the cap off, and everybody is amazed by her delightful hair. The next day Michael asked Mia to come to a music show that he is going to act in. He is truly energetic about music and expectations she will be there to watch him perform. Mia vows to come, however is contemptuous about it. When she arrives at school, she is amassed by journalists who ask her few inquiries regarding being a princess. The mystery has some way or another gotten out, and Mia is in a difficult situation. She accepts that Lily told it to everybody except Lily demands it wasn't her. At the point when the circumstance goes crazy, the sovereign comes to the school. They figure out that the beautician Paolo was the person who enlightened the media regarding Mia to guarantee his direction to acclaim. The following night the sovereign holds an illustrious evening gathering where she presents Mia to a few high-positioning royals from around the world. The supper goes pretty well until Mia unintentionally lights a visitor's sleeve on fire and dumps his arm into an ice can. As she attempts to get at the servers, outing and tumble to the ground, dropping the organic products onto the visitors. The sovereign sits holding her head at the awful supper, yet the visitors giggle it off. In the following preparation season, in opposition to Mia's expectations, the sovereign isn't distraught at her. As a matter of fact, she drops every one of her gatherings to go through a day with her granddaughter. They go to the arcade together and have loads of tomfoolery. All the sovereign plays Mia's #1 games, takes pictures with her in a photograph corner, and attempts her most loved corn dogs on their way back home. Mia drives, however, while attempting to scale a slant, the vehicle's brakes glitch. She crashes the vehicle into San Francisco's popular streetcars stacked with individuals. The police are going to capture Mia, yet the sovereign purposes her public talking capacities to convince the officials into letting them go. Toward the finish of the experience, he even calls a squad car to drive the royals back home. Mia is intrigued by her grandma's abilities and even calls her the best sovereign. At the point when she goes to class the following day, she is encircled by kids requesting her signature. She was accustomed to being inconspicuous, however presently she is the discussion of the school. Indeed, even Lana claims to be her companion to a correspondent for clout. Her long-term crush Kid asks her out on Saturday to an oceanside party, and Mia concurs to go. She then, at that point, apologizes to Michael for not having the option to come to the show. The fact that she is dumping makes him clearly harmed him for Kid around. Around evening time, Mia's mom brings up that Kid around never loved her before he knew she was a princess, yet Mia overlooks her remark. The oceanside party works out positively for the first barely any hours, that is until the journalists drop in on the party searching for Mia. She and Joe conceal in a shack. He attempts to kiss her, yet she withdraws on the grounds that something doesn't feel right. At the point when they come out, Kid strongly kisses her to give the media something to discuss. Following that, Lana and her gathering stunned Mia into putting on something else in a tent. What's more, welcome the paparazzi. They snap photographs of her canvassed in, as it were, a towel, which makes certain to stand out as truly newsworthy. The following day, in the wake of getting back, an embarrassed Mia cries in her mom's arms. The next morning, the unattractive photographs make the news with overstated, what's more, ridiculous titles which upset the sovereign. Mia apologizes for her activities and concedes that she is unsuitable to be the princess. The sovereign actually welcomes her to the ball. Also, requests that she bring any companions she needs aside from Kid around. After Mia leaves, Joe makes the sovereign comprehend that Mia is as yet a teen. What's more, her granddaughter before she is a princess. The two settle on the way that Mia is prepared to assume on the liability to be the leader of their nation, perceiving how she took the analysis and responded in like manner. At school, Mia apologizes to Lily for not acting naturally for the beyond couple of days and for missing a syndicated program that Lily had welcomed her to. The two accommodate and choose to go to the ball together. Later, during exercise center class, Kid around begins ridiculing Mia once more. She hits him with a ball and wins a baseball match against him to educate him. An illustration. At night Michael comes to her house to convey her vehicle from the vehicle shop. Mia apologizes for not coming to his show and welcomes him to be her date at the ball. Anyway, a hurt Michael declines to recognize her, and Riley guarantees that kid would be more appealing in a tuxedo. Mia and her geeky companion are together during lunch when Lana and her gathering ridicule the two. Having had enough of the domineering jerks, Mia covers frozen yogurt on Lana's dress, humiliating her before everybody. Soon thereafter, the Sovereign apologizes for being cruel on her and requests that she give a discourse to repudiate her title to the individuals at the ball. She likewise hands Mia a journal that her father needed to give her for her 16th birthday. After she leaves, Mia chooses to take off to Colorado, frightened of disheartening the Sovereign and individuals at the ball with her discourse. The obligation feels like an excessive weight for her, so she has chosen to take the least demanding way out. In the wake of gathering the packs, she peruses a letter her dad had left her. In the letter, he makes sense of the significance of boldness for a regal. He additionally asserts that he cherishes her mom, also her, definitely moved by his words. Mia changes her mind and chooses to go to the ball. Since she had told everybody she would come to the ball herself, she needs to drive in the heavy storm. To her hardship, the vehicle stalls on the way. Elsewhere, Michael gets a pizza with sorry composed on it. In the wake of understanding that Mia is making an work to cheer him up, he chooses to go to the ball. When Mia begins to surrender, Joe shows up in the limo and gets her. When Mia doesn't show up for quite a while, the Sovereign begins the discourse. In it, she sees Mia doused from head to toe, prepared to talk, so she leaves the stage for her. At first, Mia falters like she typically does while talking in open. However, at that point, she recalls her dad's words and gives a sincere discourse to the group. Toward the finish of the discourse, she declares herself as the Princess of Genovia, causing the supposition to extol. Minutes after the fact, she is delegated as the princess. She then, at that point, changes into a lovely dress. Furthermore, hits the dance floor with Michael. The pair excuse themselves and come to the nursery. Michael communicates his sentiments to her. Also, the two at long last kiss. In the accompanying scene, we see Mia flying